Alright guys, so in the previous video we went over the rules of integration. So our goal for this video are now to take these into context and start looking into some examples using some basic rules of integration. So it says, using the rules of integration, suppose the following happens. You've got an integral that -1 to 1 of a function f of x equals 5. You are also told that there is an integral from 1 to 4 of f of x that equals -2. And then you are also told that there is another integral from 1 to 1 of h of x, a new function, that equals 7. Find the following if possible. So let's look at the very first one. From -1 to 4. -1 to 4. All right. We want to find our integral, all right, of f of x. So let's think about this. We already know that from -1 to 1 has a value of 5, right? All right, and then we also know that from 1 to 4 has a value of -2 for the integral of a function denoted f of x. This is using our sum and difference rule. All right, we have sum and difference kind of throwing together a little bit what's coming along with additivity, right? So we have a little additivity, sum and difference kind of throwing in there. So let's take a look. So I know, let me change colors here. So I know that from -1 to 1 of f of x has a value. And then I know from 1 on to 4 has another value. Well, these values have the value of 5 plus a -2, or we can go ahead and say that the value from -1 to 4 of f of x equals 3. Now let's give a shot of another opportunity here. It says, find the following of -2 to 2 of h of x. So is there enough information here? So let's take a look. Right now, what we know is that from h of x is 1 to 1. So yes, 1 to 1 is inside that, or this should be -1 here. All right, so -1. So from -1 to 1 is inside of -2 to 2. But I'm not sure what's happening from -2 to -1. I don't know what's happening from 1 to 2. So unfortunately, they give us some things about h of x, but there is not enough info to make a statement based on -2 to 2, given a -1 to 1 here. So not enough information because we don't know what happens outside of the interval from -1 to 1 in this particular case. Okay? So that's kind of using our rules of integration a little bit. Obviously, there are more rules of integration like that. I would like you to try a couple more on your own using the exact same supposed that we just did here. Okay? I want you to see if you can find, in this case, I'll do here, the first one that you're looking for is, please find the value from 4 to 1 of f of x d of x if there's enough information. And then I would also like you to go ahead and find what the value, we'll call this one number 2, saw the value from -1 to 1, and we're going to kind of make things a little interesting for you, of 2 times f of x plus 3 times h of x, all still dx. Okay? So see if you can come up with the correct answers here. I don't want to give you the answers because I think it makes it a little bit too easy. So I want you to really kind of go through it and see if you guys get it. We'll go over it first thing